So, no, thank you for the interview first. Thank you for the interview. 777, we're always going to be moving with this podcast. Eric interview and always on some interview and planning things. Kagiso,
Leadership.
we started this on some piece of paper, road lodge. We ended up booking ourselves to speak over the night.
No, where you booked your flight. Our first meeting, you were coming from Eastern Cape.
So
then I said, no matter what you do, don't sleep at home. Come to Rustenburg. I've got this thing that I need to share with you. Then that's how route loss happened.
And I think this was motivated by the factor of number one. Remember study choir. We've been members of choirs, we've been conductors. But the roof, man. Professor recorder, only video. School out. So we sat and said, how do we raise the roof so that everybody wants to be in one event that is a caterpillar?
And maybe President, we need to be clear on this one.
Sure.
When the federation was launched, I think we were at a poll.
Yeah.
There's two key things that the federation highlighted.
So
let's deal with how we're gonna create jobs.
Yes.
How we're gonna empower our SMSs that are within the clap and tap sector. Now I'm giving you the secret where Melodi came from.
Yeah.
Then I was there sitting in a corner as a delegate. I said, okay, this is a mandate from the president.
Yes.
That's why the first stop it was you to say, President, this is what I'm thinking. How about? But in any case, we must thank the clap and tap sector and the community at large for the support. I don't know how you feel about the event here today, going back from the launch. At the launch, you were all once a recording artist.
You know, I'm very thankful of brilliant brains. Like this guy should be called Dr. Patrick Monare.
Yeah.
Because he got guidance from people who've always been in the industry. I used to look up to him, Nabinela Banaba Ebenezer with Mr. Freeman. So when we started choirs, he's always been an inspiration.
Neste logare okrea honorary winner ya competition ya Ekurleni.
That was so good. But you know, when you are around such people and say, this is the vision I have.
Yes.
When he types a document, you go through it. You talk about someone that's the mental capacity within the clap and tap can challenge any sector. And the best thing about us, we are more united than other sectors.
No, true.
We just don't affirm each other.
Yes.
So,
and we must take it home and say to our people to say the unity. So there's this thing that is trending now that is called government of national unity.
Yes.
Clap and tap sector, we have unified. There's this meeting that I will forever hold in my heart of the great minds, where all things were outlined and where we got the support. I mean, we met great minds, Abo Bragib, Bontate Mate, Boteko, Ubaba Moses Gama. I've always wished to work with him, Bontate Kikana. So this has shown that the generation that used to be at the back of the stage or conducting choir, we are now at a level where I say it's high time we commercialize this genre. So we are saying an opening to everybody. Melodi is a platform
for everyone.
Bring your expertise. We don't mind.
No,
as long as
sorry, some of the brands that we should be explaining that have always been beyond this idea. Let's start at 777. Let's go to the Clap and Tap Federation.
Yes.
We've got Indigenous Tunes, Ikage Foundation, which has driven this dream from day one. You know, with other projects, we had Spin Doctors Congress. We have Soweto Excellence Mino Clap and Tap Awards. We have Mino Clap and Tap Awards. 2 hours,
biggest awards in the house.
Indigenous Clap and Tap Awards. All these brands are now united. All we can ask is that God leads the direction, because when we think this is too big, and it doesn't work.
Definitely.
The last question that I got from Neville,
yes,
and that's the one thing I know. Every time that Quest mentions, you have to tell people an event in order for them to know what Mnisi. Okay, so I think this is a general new direction. Let's talk less and more action.
No, definitely. And then how do we forget Bontate Pesinyatlo? I mean, he brought the perspective of now representing the Clap and Tap supporters. And then I must always say, we must embrace the Clap and Tap Federation.
Yes.
This is the only regulation body that we have.
Yes.
And I must say this on record, President. Thank you so much, Lebo Bragipi, for bringing this. How do we forget Bochef? To say we must have this body that is regulating so that we are always within the transcript culture, promote that. But also what we need to emphasize, President, is that we seek government to come to us before we come to them.
Yes.
Because when we come to them, we don't want to be seen as activists that are fighting.
Yeah.
But actually, this is a movement where we also need to see our community halls because we are occupying them on a weekly basis. Pella, Rona, we don't struggle to fill up a hall.
Yeah.
We don't take 3 months to market the show. We fill these halls weekly. Now, we are really urging them to come to us to say, how best can we move our communities? Because we've got a direct contact.
Yes.
Hence, we are bringing in the elements of kepa, drug abuse, and so forth. Because anything start with a little thing that our people does, then we with this pool we are moving.
I think one last thing to mention from my side. But our supporters are drinking.
Yes.
When our supporters are not drinking, the members are drinking on stage. We had to come with a solution, Bakayet. We're not fighting God. Exactly. But let's take Klep and Tap outside. Let them drink freely while accepting God. If Jesus himself has never touched them, we just cannot respond on Facebook. But do not be advocates of Jesus. If this not be judged, it will grow. Secondly, we are done with the times where we choose committee members out of fame. Let's choose the young kids that are going to school, NQF level 6.
Yes.
And let them hold those choirs so that they can even have the accounts. They can work like businesses. Right now, we are still paying choirs at ShopRite. Guys, it needs to come to an end. This event will change the nation.
Thank you so much, President, because these are the things that we are also trying to keep.
Yeah.
I think coming the next stop of the Melodi, we will be doing the workshops.
Yes.
In partnership with the Federation, where we will deal with issues of compliance. Please, choirs, improve.
Yes.
Now is the time. We're no longer going to pay party a Sunday.
Yeah.
Because we need to have track records.
Sure.
We need to be audited. Our books. We want to show them audited financial statements so that we are within this and we are able to participate in the value chain. Because, by the way, we are doing so.
Sure.
Let's count, President. Every week, transport, textile industry, food chain.
Sure.
We are there.
Even now,
people have bought tickets. They are sleeping in hotels. They are sleeping in B&Bs. We are there. We are participating in the economy. Oh, Villagas is straight.
And then when it comes to social cohesion, nation building, we've been working with government. They just don't know. They realize.
Yes.
Today, I just want to say thank you to the fathers that are always governing this. Because it's Father's Day, I want to affirm you guys. You rock. And the leaders, 80%, are still the fathers.
Yes.
And those fathers have been mothers to the choir.
Yes.
And fathers at the same time. Most of these kids don't even have food. Bobra George, spiritually, about 40 years.
Existing.
He's been a father to how many kids? For how many years?
Yes.
You don't need these awards. God has thanked you by trusting you with these souls every time. Understand? Last thing we're going to touch. Our industry accepts gays, lesbians, LGBTIQ plus community.
We are there.
We are still going to go strong on the women empowerment because this industry, like every pastoral church, there's more women than men. So we need to strengthen the women's side and have them run the whole thing.
And the youth must behave so that we can give them the bete.
Please.
We can say a mouthful leadership.
Bruna,
I'm very thankful.
Every day. Thank you so much.